That's all, folks.
I had to get that in.
And it's time for this.
Ocean Drives films with Eclipse Dine-In Cinemas Bundoran. Now serving pizza, hot dogs, ice cream, and more to your seat. Find out more at
Time to join our man at the movies, live from Eclipse Cinemas in Bundoran. Collie, and a very good evening to you.
Good evening, Seamie, and it's great to be back. I've had a few days off, but I came back a day early because I
Did you?
wanted to talk about these movies, and really one movie in specific, because both of us were saying this was a lot of our childhood, even though it's a brand new movie. But what's even more is the movie we're talking about. It's called Coyote versus Acme, and the story behind it could be a movie in itself, right? First of all, a guy wrote an article. It was a satirical article in a satirical magazine about the Coyote. You always remember the Roadrunner cartoons, right? And how the machinery would always malfunction on the Coyote, right? And the idea is the Coyote sues Acme because all the machinery was always faulty, right? Very funny. Somebody saw this and went, that's a really good idea for a movie. So they got the investment from Warner Brothers and all that, made the movie, and it's sort of live action, very like Roger Rabbit. There's the cartoons and the real people interacting. And the director said, "This is brilliant. I think I've done a really good job." And then Warner Brothers decided, for a tax write-off, they weren't going to release it. They put it on the shelf, said nobody will ever see it ever, and they put it on the shelf with three other movies to save money. And the stars were furious, and they spent 4 years campaigning to get their movie out. One person used to stand outside Warner Brothers in the Cody costume saying, release me, right? Eventually, 4 years later, the movie arrived. So I was really keen to see this, because after all this hype, and seeing as the movie is about the little guy against the big guy, and then that happened in real life, would it be any good? But sure, let's play the trailer and I'll give you my review afterwards.
Have you been horribly injured by a product made by the Acme Corporation?
It's not your fault. There's probably someone to blame.
Name of the case is Coyote versus Acme.
Wile E. Coyote. He is reckless. We all know who's responsible, and all of his injuries are self-inflicted.
It's bring me back to me when I was a kid. It was around on telly when I was a kid, and not very PC now, I'd say. No,
well, I don't know, because I suppose if you want to be like that, there's a message about not giving up. But all kids, funny is funny, right? And I think you're right in that kids might know Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote and Porky Pig, etc. as well. And there's a very funny routine doing the thing on Instagram about Looney Tunes, about how you could look at it. However, is this funny right now? Well, all anyone will have to see, they won't see it when we do the video, but I could see you there watching the trailer chuckling away. It is just a funny idea. And the actors play it. The greatest comedy actor of my generation probably was Leslie Nielsen, because he played it deadpan. And the actors in this do the same. And it's very like Roger Rabbit that way, in that Bob Hoskins was brilliant, because he played it like they were there. He treated them like proper acting against them. And this is the same. And John Cena, the wrestler turned actor, who's really funny in this, plays the bad guy. Along with Foghorn Leghorn, who I'm delighted was a bad guy, because I never liked him. He was, I say, he was never funny in the first place, right? So I'm glad he's the bad guy. But all the other characters come up, and it's a big, ridiculous story. And I laughed my way all the way through it. And yeah, I probably am the right age for nostalgia, but I really think families would really love this. There's probably a bit too much talking for like under eights, maybe. Might be amused, because some of the best jokes are the lawyer jokes in the courtroom. But it's so full of nonsense, and it is, as I said, Roger Rabbit's a good example, because it's an idea that the cartoons and the humans live alongside each other in these different districts. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really glad after all the fuss they made, because people work hard on these things. Even some of the films you and I slag off, people worked hard. And or like some of the records you get in, some of them are brilliant, some of them aren't. But people deserve their chance to be seen and to be judged. So I was delighted for that. And I would have been pleased to see it, even if it was rubbish. But I was even more delighted that it's so much fun. I think it's a great end of summer fun, because a lot of the families will have seen Toy Story. They will have seen Minions by this stage. And it's just really enjoyable. Good crack. And again, definitely Dad and Granddad and Granny will love it, because they remember these things. And also, somebody being hit with an anvil is still funny. I'm sorry, it just is. It is one of those things. It's still funny, and people can dress it up and do satire or do pranks on TikTok and stuff like that. But it comes down to the same thing. Somebody getting an anvil dropped on their head with a cartoon is funny, and nobody gets hurt in cartoons. So let's keep her with that. And I really enjoyed it. I'm delighted to say it's such a good movie.
Okay, thumbs up on that. Coyote versus Acme. And come here, when's that opening?
That opens tomorrow. The three
It is
movies
opening
we're going
tomorrow.
to talk about are opening tomorrow. I suppose
Yeah.
we better go to the one that was probably going to be the biggest hit and the one you have the least interest in. Because it's
Yeah.
Insidious.
All I know is this number 6, is it?
This is number 6 of
Yeah.
incredibly successful. The only thing that's more successful is The Conjuring, which is kind of slightly related to. And look, this, it is a formula, but so is James Bond. People know what they're going to get with a new story, but there's going to be thrills and spills and lots of the bits where everything seems okay, and next thing a little demon head pops up and goes, boo. And, but they really enjoyed them. And, it's been a good year for cinemas, but cinemas rely on these because people love to see it. Because there's no doubt about it, in the dark with the volume turned up, in a crowded room, when everyone screams, you all jump together. And there's something really wonderful about that together. And they know what they're doing with these movies. They're very good at them. And they know how to bring just enough new story in to interest people to come again. But also to make sure they've tick all the boxes that people like. You
liked the Red Door one, didn't you? You liked that.
Yeah, it was good. I was good. And they're not my cup of tea either. I like them more than you do. But I thought, yeah, it was well done. They're good. It's like sometimes seeing a band that you go, I'm probably not going to buy your record, but you're a very good show, and that's the way I feel about it. I'm never going to be a mega fan of these sort of movies, but when I watch it, I go, that's very well done. So it'll do well.
Okay, no, right. Now, I was looking forward to this because I've heard good things about this next one, and I'm all up for a spa weekend.
Yes,
especially with all these stars.
With all these, and again, it's a good idea. I haven't seen this one yet, but I'm going to. Now it's billed kind of as girls' movie, but it's from the writers of The Hangover, and the idea is these women are going on a spa weekend, but of course, the mad friend, who nobody's really sure how we're still friends because she always causes trouble. She turns up and drives the whole weekend into chaos. And look, this is going to be an hour and a half of nonsense. Lots of jokes about, cops turning up and everyone thinking they're strippers. Probably not new or original jokes, but probably a lot of laughs. Definitely not PC in the right way. And but good actors doing, because it's hard to do these and do it well. And it looks like silly and fun. And again, end of summer, the people, there'll be lots of women, I think, will be going, I'm going to celebrate the kids going back to school by me and the girls treating ourselves out to one of these.
A bottle of Plonk and a pizza and the director's lounge. Yeah.
And that's it. And again, in a year's time, when you say, did you see that one? They'll go, can't remember, because there's going to be nothing life-changing about it. But for a good, fun hour and a half, this looks the part. I'm going to watch it tomorrow morning myself.
Okay, you enjoy that. And it's got great reviews. I'm just looking at the reviews. Very good. Now, missed it Monday, and you're bringing back The Invite, which is a film we really, really did enjoy this. And a very interesting story, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And it was one that when we first reviewed it, because it was coming out, around the monster hits, and we were going, will it actually hang around? And it really did. But I suppose somebody wanted to contrast to Odyssey and Spider-Man and things like that. And it's a very much a grown-up comedy. Embarrassing, yes, but not silly in the way of Spa Weekend. This is that awkwardness of one couple clearly having a fight, trying to pretend not to, and the other couple who seem to be everything they're not and going, why can't you be like your man? Just set over a dinner party. Brilliant actors. This is done really well. I think it's gonna win some awards at the end of the year, and it's back on Mondays for just $5.50.
$5.50. Right, that's Collie movies. And so anything really big coming now that we can look forward to in 10
we've
seconds?
one on Wednesday that we're going to review on Thursday called The Dog Stars, new Ridley Scott movie. Ridley Scott's in his 80s, making movies faster than ever. And also we're going to be talking about 25 years of both Fast and Furious and Harry Potter next weekend. Oh my God.
All right, that's it on movies.
That's all, folks.